Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Neverwinter. I'm KageKaze, and this video is going to focus a bit on the economy and some changes I've found, as well as some impressions that I've gained from this current beta weekend event. This is kind of an editorial piece as well as some updates. Doing a lot of recording right now because this is the last beta weekend available. I was lucky enough to get a Founder's Friend code in order to get in and record, and I have already missed a day, so I'm really behind, but I'm hoping to get some more information out to you guys that is useful. And in this case, what I want to do is cover some of the big changes that I'm not entirely happy with. Let's talk about the main problem I have with the way this is being handled. The game for this beta is available only to founders or friends of founders. And that's fine. You want to reward the people that spent money on your game. Great. Okay, that's fine. But it still kind of feels a little weird considering that most games that when they do betas like this and they do successive betas, most people from previous betas are always invited into the next. But again, this is a reward for people that paid. Here's where my problem lies. This beta weekend is not just another, oh, hey, come and play the game because it's awesome. This is a major change to the game. Since I last played, from the last beta weekend event, it's been about 2 weeks, they have made drastic changes to a lot of the game systems, and there are changes that I think need to be tested and need to have feedback on. And what they've done is essentially limit the playing pool of people that can see these changes. A lot of people are going to be left to speculation and seeing what other people do, or other videos like me getting in here and doing this. There are people that I know that aren't going to be able to get in, and they would have to rely on something like this. So I think that sucks, really. I've seen companies do this. I've seen AAA companies do this, indie companies do this, where they introduce systems last minute, or they never introduced a system in the testing, and then all of a sudden the game goes live, and it's like, there's this new system here. We don't know what the heck this is. It's great for surprises, but unfortunately what sometimes happens is the system is not entirely ready or done or full of bugs. A few changes here. The power system has been completely redesigned. And I really feel that this needs to be looked at by more people. The more people, the better. Because I feel that they really need to get feedback on this. And there's already a major thread, and I've participated a bit on this thread, about how the powers work. Some people are not happy with the way this is done. They wanted choice. They didn't get choice. It looks like you get choice, right? Hey, choose between Death Strike and Lashing Blade here in this tree. Not entirely true, because by the time I can go to the next part, I've got enough points where I can pretty much have both of them anyway. So there's an illusion of choice, not quite choice. Overall, the tree redesign is good. It's just the idea of where the points go. Not only that, but the points themselves give you minor increases and are really not all that interesting. Tacked onto that is a respec cost of $5. If you don't like what you did, you got to spend real money to get it. The concern right now on the forums, and my personal concern, is that this is too much. It's paying for respec. The thing is, how many people have actually looked at this and are assuming it's a bad thing just because they're hearing about it, and how many people have actually gone on and tried it? So there's a big difference there. Me personally, I don't care for it, but other people might not mind it so much, and I really think they need to get that feedback. Here's the thing. A lot of games that use this free-to-play model apparently are doing this, where you pay for respec. I know some Korean MMOs do that. I've heard other Perfect World games do that. I haven't played those games. I come from other MMOs where you don't have to spend real money for a respec. You spend in-game resources. I don't like the idea that I have to spend real money on a respec. Let's take Path of Exile, for example. In that game, you can't pay for respecs. It's all done in-game, and you have to find orbs to do it and trade with people for those orbs. So Path of Exile, I honestly wish they would offer a paid respec, by the way. And here's why I say I like it in that game and not in this game. In Path of Exile, I would recommend it because by the time it takes you to get all the orbs you need to respec in that game, it takes a lot of time and energy. But it would be nice to have a way to quickly do it. There's a difference, though. In Path of Exile, you can respec through in-game means, and it would be nice to also have real money ways of doing it. In this game, you only have real money to respec. I can't spend gold or diamonds on this. Now, you can trade astral diamonds for Zen, but that requires there to be an economy in place that isn't going to go apeshit crazy. The economy has to be stable, and the economy could spiral out of control as what's happened in maybe Guild Wars 2, where the price just is prohibitive to use the in-game currency. In Guild Wars 2, it's almost prohibitive to use gold now to buy gems if you're not playing a lot and grinding out the gold. And that's what I'm concerned about in this game. So there are massive changes to that. Each of the skills, by the way, has also been changed. There have been locations, when you unlock skills have been changed, and what the skills do. For example, Lurker's Assault here, which gives me stealth, it used to last as long as I had action points, and I could still gain action points while I was in combat. So I could make it had a variable length. Now it has a set length. Sneak attack, which used to give me additional damage while stealth, is now run speed. So there have been a lot of changes to classes, and the classes have been kind of rebalanced, and that concerns me. If there's balancing being done to the powers, they need a bigger sample size for people to tell, hey, you know, this class is now overpowered, or this class is now underpowered. Some things that have changed, and this is going to go more into the economy. This I wasn't expecting. They've changed the way your invocation works as far as Ardent and Celestial coins. As we can see here, going up to the Angel of Protection, this companion, the price has gone up a lot. 360 of these Ardent Favor coins to get that companion. Since you gain these, you get this every time. Yes, okay, so you get them every time. So, that's not bad. Let's assume you play for an hour a day. That's 360, so it's a year. Take you a year to get that. Most people will do more. So if you play for 2 hours, it'll take you 6 months. Right? 2 hours a day, pray twice a day. So that's not bad. But the price has gone way up, and it's probably a good idea, honestly, because this rewards playing the game over time. That's fine. Celestial Synergy, though, has changed, and we'll talk about the diamonds as well, since I have a bit more information about that. So what's changed here? Well, originally, the first coin would be an experience gain. That has been changed. It's now a large party popper. So you can celebrate by throwing things in the air. I believe it's the same as this here. This is a small party popper, but I got this in the mail for completing certain quests or something. I'll just go ahead and use it. There you go. That's what you get. So I hate to say it, uninspiring to get a party popper for one celestial coin. Keep in mind that these celestial coins, you get those once a day. That's it. If you do not pray the subsequent day, you lose it. You have to either spend it or pray again the next day, or you lose it all. So the good news is you only have to log in, do the pray, and then log out to keep it. But the bad news is, yeah, you have to log in every day to do that. So the Elixir of Fate at the 3, that has been left the same. A resource pack for 5 coins, that is pretty much the same. Now they are actually showing what are contained in these chests. That is nice to see, so that's a good change. Now, at 7 coins in the last beta event, they said you would get a chest that gave you a lot of astral diamonds, and I was glad for that, because that would mean I would have more ways of getting resources to be able to do what I want. Unfortunately, they've changed it. It is no longer astral diamonds. It is a coffer of wondrous augmentation. Now, this isn't terrible. This is actually kind of nice. 7 days, so once a week you can get this coffer of augmentation. It gives you a rank 4 enchantment. Gives you 3 enchantments. 2 rank 4s, of which you get 1 and then 2 of another, and a rank 5. So that's good. That helps you upgrade your equipment. And you also get 2 wards, and wards are used for combining enchantments even further. So once a week you're going to get stuff, and that's pretty nice, getting these. I'm not entirely sure if it's the right thing for a full week straight. It really depends on how good those enchantments are. I have a feeling they will be really good. But that is a change that I think needs feedback for people to see it and to know that's different. And again, that could change again. I don't really know. But since we're talking about the economy, and I didn't have a lot of information the last time I talked about the economy, I do want to let it be known that I have found out the reason why I had inconsistent results about getting astral diamonds and skirmishes is because of these things up here. These are fantastic, by the way. These were here last time. I didn't talk about them. You have things like here. These are events that are happening throughout the day. Like right now, skirmishes is happening. You can get 1,000 astral diamonds per skirmish. So every time you do a skirmish now, and that's what happened before. I did my skirmish, and I got a whole bunch of astral diamonds for doing it. I didn't realize that's what happened. I didn't know that what was going on, and that would explain why most of the time I wasn't getting diamonds, and then at other times I was. You can also get diamonds or experience. It depends. This one happens to be experience for doing foundry events. This one, as you can see, again, astral diamonds for skirmishes, so it's going to repeat twice. There have been bonuses to crafting that appear up here. And those are going to be the ways you get that. There's tons of ways to get diamonds, apparently. So doing skirmishes while the skirmish thing is up. Professions will give you diamonds. So there's plenty of ways to get diamonds. So this whole thing of, go down here, you get your rough astral diamonds, and you can do 24,000 a day. So here I can go ahead and refine those, and hey, boom, now I've got 2,900. That's quite nice. So there's plenty of ways to get those, and so like for respecs, that'll be nice. I don't feel so bad about feats. You can go down here. I'm at a lower level, so you can see it takes about 6,000. So it would still take me a bit of time to get it, but I have plenty of ways of getting those diamonds. If I can get 2,400 in a day, there you go. I could easily respec at least once a day. But of course, I'm at a low level. That price will go up. But again, it kind of puts into question whether or not I would be able to use it here for the general powers. All right. So major changes to those. I mean, and even the crafting system has just been added. And there's a lot to this. It's time-based and resource-based. And so far, my impressions of it are good. I have a video coming out for the crafting by itself. And I like it. But again, I think that it needs more eyes than mine. There are plenty of founders, certainly, but how many more people could you get if you didn't limit it to other people? I really think that the idea of letting people play that have been founders is great, but I think that when you're doing sweeping changes like this, you should have more input. Honestly, here's what I would have thought would be a better idea. Make these changes, implement them into this beta weekend, and then have another beta weekend next weekend for founders only. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work because that's when the 5-day early access happens. So founders are going to get there anyway, right? So maybe that's why they did it this way. Maybe I really think that some of this stuff was just rushed in too early, and maybe they should have pushed it back. I don't know. It's really hard to say. The idea of seeing very drastic changes happening without enough time to test them bothers me. I've seen it go badly. Now the good news is it is a beta still, even if it is open, and the game can change. And they can fix it. And that's great. But I at least wanted to get my concerns out there and let you guys know how this is going to work. The Astral Diamonds, there's just so many ways to get it. That's going to be fine, I think. Constant stream there and just time locked. That's it. So that are my current impressions. Herp derp. Brain no work today, have dumb. It's all good. I've been rushed, as you can tell, to get these out. So that's just kind of my current thoughts and impressions about this. The game is phenomenal still, in my mind. The combat feels spectacular. The exploration, I miss having an expansive world, you know, instead of having this just simple world map that you can click on. I miss having the actual world that you had to walk through to get from point to point. But and for example, in Guild Wars, having places to explore and discover and puzzles to find. You know what? They make it up in dungeons in this game. There are so many little hidden nooks and crannies and so many cool things in those dungeons. That's fine. So I could put this kind of on par. The same graphics are better in Guild Wars, but the gameplay in this is better. So yeah, this is looking to be a great game. It is going to be free to play, so obviously there is no harm in trying it. PlayNeverwinter.com, of course, is the website for those of you who are interested and have been following it. It still has my seal of approval, I would say. I still want to put money into it. And since I'm using this video to talk about complaints I have about the game, let me talk about my complaints on the Founders Pack. Founders Packs are great. I think they're great ideas. But I want to give them money into a Founders Pack, but I can't. Can't see myself doing it. I don't actually have a complaint with the Founders Pack. My complaint is they don't have a Founders Pack for me. Quite simply, that's it. Honestly, they have some really nice Founders Packs. I do want to spend money on it. I would like to buy the $60 one. I think that would be nice, a way to show support. The problem is the $60 Founders Pack only comes with one character slot, and I want to have a character slot for each character so I can play them and try them out. That requires 5 characters. You start off with 2. That Founders Pack would make it 3. That means I'd have to spend money to get 2 more, and character slots cost $5. That's another $10. That's $70 on the game. You know, that's not terrible, really. But honestly, I'm at a point right now where I have to be kind of picky about where I put my money, and there's other things I'm thinking about spending money on. So $70 is... I can't really do that right now. So what I'll end up doing probably is just buying the character slots. So I'll spend about $15 on the game. And truth be told, I would still pay a subscription fee if it got rid of, like, the respec, because I like to respec so often. I could manage that, because right now spending $60, $70 in one chunk is a bit much, but to pay, let's say they did the $15 a month, like World of Warcraft or something, I could manage that because that's a per month basis and I can just put money into it, and I could stop it if I ever want to and still play the game because the game is still free to play. So who knows, maybe they'll do a premium based subscription thing if people are interested in it. I don't know. It's hard to say. But those are my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Go out and try the game. This is Neverwinter, and I'm KageKaze. And hopefully you've liked all the information I put out there, and it has helped you decide whether or not you want to get the game or spend money on the game. Again, any of the videos that you have found useful, please like, comment, and obviously if you are not a subscriber, subscribe if you so desire. It does help get the visibility out there so that other people can see these and find them. And it is always appreciated. It really does help those of us that put these out there. So there you go. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.